Let's breathe together. We're going to take a long, deep breath in through the nose and then blow it out slowly through the mouth. Breathe with me. Now the next breath, in through the nose, hold it for 5, and we're going to laugh it out. Breathe in. We're going to try to laugh and wake this sleeping Buddha. So friends, let's talk about grief. Grief comes from a projection. And that projection is that whoever and whatever we are grieving would have continued into the future. So that's a mental projection. We had the time. We had the time. So we had the time with someone. For example, my father, who passed away several years back. Yes, I miss my father. I love my father. He's no longer in a body, but I don't need to grieve the time that I'm not spending with him now, because that's just a mental projection. It's a projection that doesn't heal me. What does heal me is to connect with his spirit. So to connect with his spirit, I can talk to him. He's no longer in a body, but I can get quiet and say, Dad, I know you're with me. Dad, I remember the beautiful things that you did in my life. I remember all of the positivity that you brought to my life. I remember the way that you showed up for me. I remember the way you laughed. I remember your stories. And all of that is here. You live in my heart now. I see some of these coaches talking about grief, and you need to suffer more, you need to suffer this. No, you don't need to suffer more to heal. You need to feel whatever's coming up, of course. Emotions should come through just like weather. But you don't need to keep generating more suffering by wishing you'd had more time with a particular person, or wishing you'd had more of something. Because we get what we get, and we have the time we have. And Buddha taught us to live in the moment and to appreciate what we have now. We have this time right now to receive love, to give love, to be with the people that we love. So why spend time feeling sad about something that never happened? We all have a limited lifespan in these bodies, but our energy is infinite. So even though my father's not here with me anymore, he's still here with me. All the love he gave me, all the good he brought to me, I carry forward in life. So if you hear somebody saying, oh, you have to grieve this, you have to grieve, you have to really get into the grief and take this time and get as sad as possible and weep and wail. If those emotions make sense to you, let them flow through. You're the sky. Cry until you're done crying. I certainly wept when my father passed. I'm a human being. The emotions come through. But when I was done weeping, I rejoiced. I rejoiced at the time I had with him. And when I think of him, when I talk to him, yeah, you can still talk to people who are no longer in your life in a body. You can talk to them through your heart. You can talk to them with your voice, however you want. But you don't grieve a life that was just a projection. You don't grieve something you might have done. You don't grieve that kind of way. You take the information that you have and you move forward. You move forward. And the only way you move forward is right here, right now, in this space, with this breath. That's all we have.